comes the arrival of Major General AYEKE precisely at Mokmbin to install the new general. Here you can see the squad of the new general who have been installed today, the 4th October 2020 at Mokmbin precisely. Yes, General Mike, the new appointed general. What can you say to your people?
Okay. My main mission is to secure the civilians of Mokmbin and Alo as a whole. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, General Mike. Thank you for your word and your speech. So, Major, King of the Forest, Major General AYEKE man past gone, what can you say to your new appointed general and the population?
Yes, this is alias man past gone, King of the Forest. Nobody dares me. Soldier go, soldier come, barrack remain. This is Mokmbin. I want to tell the Mokmbin people. I learned that you have been killing leaders in this village. But today, I came to install a new and a strong leader. And I'm promising you people, all the black legs in Mokmbin, I'll sort you people out. You should have me confident. This is my boy. I trust him. He will walk those black legs.
Hello, my country people. Today, December 29, 2022. I dey inside Lebialem division, my place of origin. I dey for Mokmbin village. As I be say, plenty people they go doubt when I talk I dey for inside Mokmbin. But when I sabi this statue, now look am. They don't put some crusade these things and cover them. When you look am, you look that tap, that public tap for market. You go fit for belief very well. Say true. And then for inside Mokmbin, contrary to what people believe, say bird does not fit set food for inside the BLM. Contrary to people like Christopher Ano, Valentine, Fontem, Tapang Ivo. Tapang Ivo, their house for Obia. Don't come and make a see. Tortung Dahi. Don't and make a see that he for Obia. Just shortly after that, they go for Tapang Ivo, their village. Shortly after that mountain where you see so na Tapang Ivo village. So are they just about 3 kilometers away from Tapang Ivo village. And the funniest thing, bring back camera for this side, cameraman. The funniest thing now says since when I don't come enter for inside Mokmbin village, I don't drink plenty 3 Oliver Lekiaka. I never hear no gunshot. When I feel see for myself live, it don't return. Now see how we market day. Now today na market day, I go still turn go up that side. Now see how we people they do shopping. And it be unfortunate self say this market day don't can coincide with some barrier where they go down for Atra. Now why that way market never flop how it ever flop. But notwithstanding market still flop. Fine. I go turn when I go up there when I go see them. I want them to use this opportunity for talk for people for place like Lewo village, for talk for people for place like Azi, for talk for people for Menji, for talk for people for Takwe and the rest. Now when I go spoil in our own village, when I look Mokmbin village, all their things that be operational. They get water, when I see that their water that be maintained. Now light that, when I hear music, I go even turn for front bar when I go see them. They get electricity. A day, everything they their market function, all man there for a house. No man over run a house, but some of una don't carry amba for una hate. Una don't decide run abandon una house. Una there for Chang, for Babusam, for Sanchu, una depart for inside one room house, even una 20. That one una personal business. At the advice una, if una not be careful, Menji, it won't be 2 years from now. If una not come back to una senses, Mokmbin as I talk, it go develop past even that traditional headquarter Menji. Because of Menji, you not be see life the way he did for Mokmbin. You check the way Mokmbin man a wise man. Now why they don't decide to use this advantage for develop his own village. Even I want get sense, na get a cameraman. Post am, we turn so many see away. Just like I don't tell you now. I say I go come over down market, they go up market. I go make una see away live idea. You look on my back, you see all business and be operational. It be operational. As I don't tell you now, they ride for inside Mongbe market, and if it don't come around, you see another with any security force. Mongbe people they don't accept peace it don't return, and they enjoy their lives just the same like it be for 2016. You look around, so person will say don't come high security far, but are they here? No security person, you know they, not of no they. I never hear any stick. I go ask and we say it Besali, it come Mongbe this and that. When he hears so they come, it boom enter Shisongo. You know they, in fact we don't find, we never see. But we dey for inside Mongbe market. After this video, I don't come, so I go find even one small room for here. I go rent a minute. I want come, I go can't sleep for here. Now me at the top. I'm not service when I talk Martin at the door. If bring camera up, you see market control except go right up. For people the way they down, if I dey for Mongbe, I want me to zoom again. When they see that mountain right for up, when they see I'm now, I believe say no man he no go down. If I dey for inside. Not. And how I tell you now today now the 29th of December 2022. Now me Bertus, I dey for Mongbe for inside lebialem. Thank you now plenty. See you now again next time. Okay, how I tell you now, I still dey right inside Mongbe village. I dey for some place where people go live to think of. For member with Ambazonian terrorism, it don't do people. For see how this terrorism, it don't make people suffer. If they zoom, if cameraman zoom fine, when I'll see the house front. Now for Jukang a house this. For Jukang na Minister Tasung his brother. Na person he had earned money that way. He use them for build house, that kind of big house so inside a village. Amba terrorists them they decide they come they burn them down. If you zoom made they see I'm fine. Look how they burn everything down. Until today, they never yet fit for do anything. So this war begin against we villagers against villagers own or villagers against Cameroon government. When they burn house like this Sonjo can own, I want for Axuna, Christopher Ano. I want for Axuna, Tapang Ivo, where you be picking for this zone. Ma ask you, when they burn house, so it affect poor in which way? It affect poor in which way? For your own village. Now, if you compare your village in 2016 with your village today, even despite the developments the way it be, if you compare, and if Cameroon government not be as good as which way it be, you check so the vocabulary for redevelop which way now we begin the lebialem with spoil arm. I want to say make all man it begin to reflect this kind of question. If you post the video now, if you look I'm fine, you see people they as una sabi lebialem na very fertile ground I know say if you ever access lebialem to produce plenty. We don't make that error again. Lebialem na fertile ground. You see cocoa. So when they dry cocoa, they do commercial activities that they go on. Motor people they come by, see their beer, carry trade and go back. Transport cocoa yam, transport plantain. I go show una plantain when I go back for inside market. Yes, if you see na bar than this, it be operational for they say their job. Na bars and that. As I tell you, na Mongbe for inside the lebialem division this. A business side and that inside market. There's some man go talk say na war zone. Say war day. You look and find a petit for a place that for down. You look down, you still see that statue. You see us planted and packed. In fact, we'll go closer. May they see the planting. Na planted and that. Na planted and that. Despite how bad Cameroon be, lebialem man will be hardworking. If of you still cope, with all these kind of products, them it never still finish. When our ship go down, you'll still see them. More ship go down. Yes, that's also a thing that will produce some for here.
And so on the 1st of September 1966, the Cameroon National Union was created with Foncha and his KNDP voluntarily agreeing to dissolve. Dr. Endeli and Mr. Mbile and their CPNC deliberately agreeing to dissolve. The one Cameroon of the Tumaza deliberately agreeing to dissolve. I don't know. I don't remember whether there were some other political parties, but those were the main three. But once they did that, and Ahidjo promised Foncha was going to be the vice president of the new party. Here, Ahidjo will be president. Foncha will be the vice president. The executive of the party will be taken from all these parties that were coming into the union, and that happened. It happened. There were positions distributed like that within the central committee of the party that they called the Cameroon National Union, very close to Ahidjo's Union Camerounaise. You know, once they did that, they had to assume offices in that new party. They were all very boastful that Cameroon now has only one party, we are one nation, one people, and all of that. But they should have seen the implications that this would have with respect to the autonomy of West Cameroon, as it was called then, the federated state of West Cameroon. You know, and what was to be expected happened. Namely that once Ahidjo had become the president of the only party in Cameroon in 1966, what vehicle did West Cameroonians have any more for playing politics in West Cameroon? There was no political party in West Cameroon anymore. And Ahidjo used that for 6 years, from 1966 to 1972, when he was national chairman of the one and only political party, to do the things that he did. Because there was no political power base in West Cameroon anymore. You know? So, but again, that was step two. Step three, Ahidjo, having laid the ground for 6 years, during which he dominated the scene, with no competition from Foncha or Endeli or anybody, because they were subsumed within his political party, he now said, okay, the moment has come for me to move on one step further, and that one step further is to say that, well, federation has been costing us too much. We are all the children of, we're all Cameroonians. There's no anglophone, no francophone. We need to consolidate our national unity and all the rest of it. So the time has come for us to abandon the federal system in order to embrace a unity system. And therefore, I have decided, j'ai décidé, that, and that was, he said that addressing the National Assembly, the Federal National Assembly, on the 6th of May, 1972, that I have decided that I will consult the Cameroonian people with my proposal that the time has come for us to move away from the federal system and embrace the unitary system.
Okay.
And for that purpose, I am going to call a referendum on the 20th of May. 2 weeks later, 14 days. 2 weeks later.
Yes, but
so again, in all of that, there was no the West Cameroonian leadership, did not stand up. I mean, it is reported by historians that timidly, after they left the National Assembly, after Ahidjo president, timidly they were assembled in the late Professor Bernard Furlong's home in Yaoundé to discuss what they had just heard Ahidjo say, and the outcome was that they decided, okay, no, they should not open any hostilities with Ahidjo, blah, blah, blah. So they did not do anything. But even at that point, if they had said that no way, Mr. Ahidjo, we came into this union on the express understanding, with you participating, in fact, with you leading the discussions, that we're going to form a federal union in which our own heritage will be preserved. What you are saying there, we don't like it because it's going to end in, it's likely to end in us being absorbed and all of that. They could have created a crisis, and it is possible that Ahidjo would have beaten his retreat, but they did not. So, who want to ascribe some of the blame for what we're going on today, for their failure to stand up? So, Mr. Koum, I recount all these examples amongst several others to say that contrary to what some people who want to varnish, the lies and make them look like truth, always gloss over the extent to which our own leaders were responsible for us getting to where we got into, and always try to make it look like it was all the fault of Ahijo. Okay. And today, I will say what I find frustrating. What I find frustrating is that we Anglophones have not learned any lesson from that. The way we are behaving in the face of the present crisis shows clearly that we didn't learn any lessons from the way our forebears handled these situations. Otherwise, why are we so divided in the face of what is a common challenge? You know, for the survival of our culture, our heritage within Cameroon. Why are we so divided? Why are they saying that some are unitary state people, some are federalists, some are separatists, and all of that? And if initially we are, which is quite natural, what is stopping us from getting together to say, let's examine the various positions? Can we arrive at compromises? Is there one that is that can be chosen above the other because it is preeminently more beneficial to us? We have to engage a dialogue, organize, examine the situation, arrive at a common solution, decision was what to do. And that, Mr. Kum, was the main thrust of the Anglophone General Conference initiative. But see what happened. That initiative was shut down, blown apart, partly by us, the Anglophones.
Okay, this is where Southern Cameroonians failed and the KNDP failed. At that time, there was the Southern Cameroon Bar Association. And the Southern Cameroon Bar Association opted to offer its services to the KNDP engulfment in this negotiation, in this discussion. And the KNDP government turned down the offer.
Which means that you're confirming what Senior Barrister says,
yes,
that the British themselves, they were in a hurry, they were not interested in whatever was happening.
What is this? You see, at the end of all this discussion, what was the British policy? The British policy was Southern Cameroon should achieve independence in association with Nigeria. Let's be frank.
They were angry, I know.
Let's be frank.
Yes.
That was their ultimate goal.
They wanted, okay?
Yes, that was their ultimate
But they're the ones who proposed the two alternatives. They're the ones.
No,
order in council, the first order in council 1960.
No, that was their ultimate goal. Southern Cameroon should achieve independence in association with Nigeria. And when that failed, you see, at the end of the day, in politics, politicians don't have friends. Countries don't have friends.
They have interest.
They have interest. You might find it hard to accept it.
Because the people decided to vote against what they wanted. Okay, they washed their hands and said, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, but was there no joy on the day of the Union Jack was brought down?
In fact, a very good memoir, Note Telephone to Heaven, by the Deputy Commissioner of Southern Cameroon, explained what happened on the 30th of September 1961, when the convoy was driving up to Boya. There was sadness.
To buttress what he is saying.
That jubilation, but palm fronds, flags shining was not.
You see,
that's an eyewitness account.
To buttress what he was saying, on the 31st of October on the 30th of September, it was a day of national mourning for the loss of Northern Cameroons.
Yeah.
Mourning by
mourning. Both Cameroon Republic and Southern Cameroon, they mourned the departure of
that the brothers have joined Nigeria.
It was a day of national mourning.
Okay, day of national
mourning. And as if nature was not happy, 1st of October in Boya, rained heavily. It is on record.
Okay,
We have the pictures. I have the pictures.
Now, can this resolution 1608 be revisited? Can it be retouched? And if it cannot be touched because it actually sanctions the decision, the plebiscite decision, and the United Kingdom says we are hands off this, and you are telling me that 1994 the Trusteeship Council was dismembered?
Yeah, Mr.
Can
Liu.
we go back to it?
Mr. Liu, legally we can go back, but materially I have my fears because of the prime requisite for you to come with an action before the General Assembly. You have to have the local standard. So who is the person who has the local standard to go and stand before the UN and say revisit this thing? You see, that's the problem.
Yeah, but we have so many separate.
Who gave them? Who gave them power to talk for?
Mr. Liu, the bottom line is this. You see, we should not deceive the population of Northwest and Southwest. We are not in the 1950s or early 1960s. We are in the 21st century. Those days when we were made to understand and feel that let me use it in terminology at the time, that the Bamda grass field and those in the forest zone were one. Those days are gone. Let's be honest, those days are gone. The forest zone, the present day Southwest, and the Bamda grass field, the present day Northwest, it would take a miracle for these two regions. That's my view. At least I've moved around Southwest for some time. It would take a miracle. Take a miracle for the Southwest population. I'm not talking of the population of Southwest or population in Southwest. Southwest population. Indigenous. To accept being in one, be it a federated state or whatever, with the present Northwest.
Are there historical facts to justify you are saying, or you are just talking about sentiments here?
No, it's not a matter of sentiment. Let me just give you a rundown why that deep-rooted fear is there. In 1964, there was the creation of what? Vikuma.
Vikuma? What's the meaning of Vikuma?
Victoria Kumama.
Mafi.
Okay.
A political pressure group which stood for the preservation of the forest zone.
Identity.
Yes. Because it was believed that from 1959 the KNDP was dominating everywhere. To the extent that those in the forest zone felt very, very uncomfortable. I just gave you two examples. When Victor E. Mukete was appointed board chair of CDC on the 1st of February 1961, 2-3 years later on, Daniel Nanga, under with the support of the KNDP, Daniel Nanga was a big financier of the KNDP. Daniel Nanga wanted, with the support of the KNDP, the KNDP wanted him to succeed Mukete. And what was done? Ahidjo Fonjat agreed to tell Ahidjo to appoint Mukete as an ambassador, so that post should be vacant. No, it's very true. That post should be vacant. So the whole thing leaked, and the MP for Kumba, Mr. Sona, quickly gathered his KNDP force zone and said, should Mukete be removed, that position must be given to somebody from the forest zone. and not from the Bamida.
Because most of the laborers were from the northern zone.
Yes. And that if it is not done, they will walk out from the KNDP. That's how that they was widely left aside. So this, and then in the several meetings were held in the forest zone, be it in Manfe, in Tiko, in Kumba, in Boya, arguing that they have to inform Amadou Ahidjo that if the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Cameroon comes from the grass field, the Bamida grass field, the Prime Minister of West Cameroon should come from the forest zone. Unfortunately, the forest zone politicians did not prepare their fight well. The rest is history. Vice President, Prime Minister, be it 1959, 1960, 1963, 1965, 1968, or from the
Prime Minister and Vice President?
Yes, yes. But the Vice President from 1961 to 1965 was a Foncha. And at the same time, he was PM. When Joab became a PM in 1965, Foncha was a Vice President. When Mona became a Prime Minister in 1968, Foncha was Prime Minister. Foncha was Vice President.
Okay. The case is quite complicated.
No, I agree. I agree with him with all those facts. You see, but
we are talking about revisiting this UN resolution.
Because he said
you raised an issue of legitimacy to invoke it, but he is also raising other issues.
Yes, he's raising the issue of living together, which, well, it's difficult to go by because my wife is from Northwest. Most of my family has been married to people from the Northwest. We don't have any problem, but one has to admit that there is some form of hostility that is visible, but it is not peculiar to Southwest or to Northwest, or because in Balmayo, we had this incident where a whole minister of state stood and said, "Étranger, rentrez chez vous." In Balmayo, it was the same thing. It's the only place we don't have that type of thing is Douala here. But in Yaoundé itself, we had that place where the immeuble Ikang is built, where they say the land belonged to a Bamileke woman, had a land title, and it was seized from her. And the title, I mean, she has a paper in the hand, but no land. So it's something very delicate. I know that there is love between the people, but
there is, you are right.
Well, somehow we, the politicians, we have to come up with some formula that can make living together easy. But as I was saying, you see, there is this problem of legitimacy, because who can talk for the people? You cannot just go to the UN and say, "I am Southern Cameroon." Who are you?
Yeah.
Who has empowered you? That's the problem. Or if you have any state that can sponsor your application, oh, good.
Okay, so that's it. That's it.
If you have a state, yes, the UN charter provides. If you have a state that can sponsor, fine, that's good. But if you cannot find a state, sorry, that's the problem. If you cannot do it, then you have to have local standard to go to international court.
How do you get that? that's the question now.
How do you get that?
Yes.
Well, it's possible. You have elected representatives. Do they represent the people? They do. So if you can get the elected representatives to come together and sponsor, you fine.
So
who will bear the cat?
It goes through politics here.
Who will bear the cat? Who will bear the cat?
You see, I think that the best way out of this situation is to get to a 10-state federal structure, or more than 10. So
okay. Follow the example of Nigeria.
And you see, it is also important to emphasize that federalism doesn't solve all the problem. It is not a magic
Solution.
yeah, that once you have a federal system, the problems are automatically solved. And we have examples in Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria is a federal structure.
Yeah, they have problems and all.
Now, you say those who have competence can go to the United Nations, and nothing with the British themselves?
No, they are functions official. Yes, they are functions official.
Yeah. And they have forged their hands.
They are functions official.
You cannot be talking about Southern Cameroons now.
Okay.
You cannot. Who
will represent Southern Cameroon? That's the trouble.
No, you see, we should at least ensure that things move on smoothly. This whole idea of Southern Cameroons coming back or what, I've said we should understand that we are no longer in the 1950s or 1960s. So this whole thing of Southern Cameroons doesn't work. And this whole thing of saying that Northwest and Southwest were under the British. So what? So what?
Senior Barrister.
Yes, sir.
What's the way forward? We are closing.
The way forward on 1608.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
Every
Kum.
year we'll just be talking about it.
Thank you, Mr. Kum. You see,
it becomes a routine.
Mr. Kum, the way forward is that we should look for, we should sit around the table and do what was supposed to be done in 1961. Let us sit and discuss how we are going to live together. That's the way forward. There is no other solution, and there's no other alternative, because one party feels that he or she has been duped. That cannot continue. I mean, it creates dissension. There's dissension in the population. So let us sit on the table. One person cannot decide for everybody. Sit on the table. Let us do what was supposed to be done, and that has not been done. Let's agree. Let's sit and agree. There's no
He thinks that errors should be corrected.
Yep.
Yeah. My take on that is, after everything has been said and done, we should honestly recognize that there is a problem as far as the anglophones are concerned. But unfortunately, the genuine corporate demands of the teachers and lawyers have just been overtaken by some fanatics who have brought in constitutional demands, and in following up, they have used the most barbaric way to do that, which has completely antagonized even the population that they claim to be fighting for. Consequently, the international support which they would have had is no longer there and cannot be there again, because there's no civilized world, civilized community that will sanction the brutal assassination of human beings. And if that is what they intend to govern, then I don't see any section of the Republic of Cameroon, any section, be it the Northwest region or Southwest region, that can accept going back as far as the political situation is concerned.
Okay, we want to thank you, Prof, for coming.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure.
Okay, and also to you, Senior Barrister, thank you for coming.
Thank you for making me meet my my senior brother after more than 30 years.
Yeah.
We